Welcome back. Today we have a really specific high-value deep dive for you. We're jumping into advanced English collocations. This is really for you if you're, trying to break past that intermediate level and get to true fluency, or maybe aiming for those top scores on a test like IELTS. And because we know you're a serious learner, I want to start with a quick request, but it's also a recommendation for you. Please, before we get started, pause and go share the YouTube channel, Daily Colloquial English.
Seriously, it is an absolute goldmine for exactly the kind of high-level natural language we're about to break down. Think of it as the perfect daily workout to go with this deep dive.
Absolutely. The material we have today is very focused. We're looking at 10 advanced collocation questions, and they're designed specifically to challenge you on those tiny little words, the prepositions, that make all the difference between sounding good and sounding natural.
That's the mission today. We're not just giving you answers, we're going to unpack the logic sentence by sentence so you really internalize why these words belong together. Let's start with part A, the preposition challenge. Okay, first up is a very formal one, something you'd see in a business or legal setting, to be compliant with or to regulations.
Right, and compliant to sounds kind of plausible, doesn't it? Like you're compliant to the rules.
It does, and that's the trap. But the correct pairing is always compliant with. To suggests a direction, but compliant is about alignment, about being in agreement with something.
Ah, so you're moving with the regulations, not just pointing towards them. It's like you're in sync.
Exactly, you're in sync. Compliant with is the only option that signals that kind of high-level professional fluency.
Okay, that makes sense. Next one is about growth, a surge in or of demand.
Surge is a great word, a sudden, powerful increase. The confusion here comes from the word of. We say a group of people, a cup of coffee. So surge of feels intuitive.
It does, a surge of energy.
Precisely. But when we're talking about the area where the increase is happening, like demand or the market or public interest, we use surge in.
So in defines the context, the environment, a surge in the stock market.
You've got it. In is the container for the surge.
All right, number 3 is a really common trap for professionals. To specialize in or on neurology.
Oh, this one gets people all the time. You work on a project, you focus on a task.
So specialize on seems logical.
It does, but it's wrong. When you're talking about your field of expertise, your discipline, you always specialize in. You specialize in finance, in literature, in medicine. Think of it as the field you are immersed within.
So you're inside the field of knowledge, not just working on top of it.
That's the perfect way to think about it.
Okay. Moving to number 4, an obstacle to or for progress.
Another classic. An obstacle is a block, right? It stands in the way.
And learners might think it exists for the purpose of stopping progress.
Exactly. But the word itself implies movement that's being blocked. Progress is moving forward, and this thing is blocking it.
So you need a preposition of direction.
And that preposition is to. It's an obstacle to reform, an obstacle to success. It points at the goal that's being blocked. For it just doesn't work here.
Okay, number 5. This one is about showing off a little. To boast of or with exceptional facilities.
Boast means to talk with a lot of pride. And while you might have something with you, the standard formal preposition here is boast of.
So a university boasts of its library. A company boasts of its profits.
Yes. Ofs connects the person boasting to the thing they're proud of. It's a very standard pairing in formal writing and presentations.
Now for a technical one. To be compatible with or to existing systems.
Compatible is all about relationship. Can two things work together?
Which means you need a preposition that shows partnership or connection.
Right. And that is always going to be compatible with. Compatible to would imply some sort of comparison, but that's not what the word means. It's about mutual operation. The software is compatible with the hardware.
Got it. Always with for compatibility. All right, number 7 takes us back to economics. It's the opposite of number 2, a decline in or of productivity.
Right, so decline is the opposite of surge, but the logic for the preposition is actually the same.
So we're still talking about the domain, the area where the change is happening.
Exactly. So it has to be decline in.
Yeah.
A decline in sales, a decline in confidence. The rule is consistent, whether things are going up or down.
Number 8 is about getting involved in something. To intervene in or into a dispute.
This is a huge trap. It feels so right because it implies movement. You're moving into a situation.
Like walking into a room.
Yes, but you're not physically entering the dispute. You're becoming involved within its existing structure.
So it's about operating inside the conflict.
Precisely. Which is why it's intervene in. The UN intervenes in a crisis. You are acting within the boundaries of that situation.
Okay, next up, a great descriptive word. To be saturated with or by advertisements.
Saturated means totally full, completely soaked. The question is, what's doing the filling?
The advertisements are.
Right. And by would suggest the advertisements are the agent, like the work was done by an artist. But here, they're the substance. The market is full of them.
So it's saturated with, the air is saturated with moisture.
Perfect example. With tells you what the filling agent is.
And the last one for this section, number 10, a remedy for or of the situation.
This is about solutions. Is a solution of the problem or is it for the problem?
Well, a remedy is meant to fix something, so it's directed at it.
Always. A solution is directional. It's a remedy for an illness, a remedy for the crisis. Using of is a dead giveaway that a speaker hasn't quite mastered this level.
Okay, that was a fantastic breakdown. Now for part B, where we connect the dots and apply these. The challenge now is to see the whole sentence and understand why our specific vocabulary word is the perfect fit. This is where fluency really happens.
Exactly. It's about using the right word in the right context and register. Let's start with number 1.
The sentence is, all companies must remain fully with national safety regulations.
And the word has to be compliant. The clue is fully. Fully compliant with is very specific, high-level business and legal language.
Okay, review item 2. There has been a significant and public interest lately. Significant is the key word here.
It is. A simple rise isn't strong enough. You need surge. A significant surge in interest. It paints a much more dramatic picture.
Number 3. She decided to in pediatric medicine. This is about a career choice.
So we need the verb specialize. To specialize in a field, it shows a deep, long-term commitment that other words like focus just don't capture.
Okay, number 4. Bureaucracy often acts as an obstacle to meaningful reform.
The structure here is clear. Something is blocking a goal. That something is an obstacle. Bureaucracy is the obstacle to reform. It fits perfectly.
Item 5. The new university proudly of its world-class laboratories. The word proudly is the big hint.
A huge hint. You need the verb boasts. Proudly boasts of is a powerful, formal phrase for showing off institutional assets. It's much stronger than talks about.
Number 6, back to tech. The software is not with older operating systems.
This is pure technical language. The only word that fits is compatible. Not compatible with is essential vocabulary in IT, engineering, anywhere systems have to work together.
Review item 7. Economists reported a sharp in industrial output. Similar to significant before, we have sharp.
Yes, and in a formal economic report, the word for a sudden drop is decline. A sharp decline in output. The adjective and noun pair beautifully here.
Number 8. The government chose to intervene in the ongoing labor dispute. An outside party is getting involved.
The formal verb for that action is intervene. The government chose to intervene in the dispute. It's the precise term for official involvement.
Okay, number 9. The market has become completely with similar products. Completely is the key here. It implies no more room.
And that word is saturated. Completely saturated with tells you the market is so full that it's almost impossible to enter.
And finally, number 10. The committee is still searching for an effective for the crisis. They don't just need a solution, they need an effective one.
They need a remedy, an effective remedy for a crisis. It implies a cure, a real fix, which matches the seriousness of the word crisis. So if you followed all that, you've just taken a huge step forward. Each of these 10 collocations, a word like compliant or surge locked together with its preposition, is a marker of advanced English.
Absolutely. The whole point is to stop seeing them as two separate words. Remedy and for become one unit in your brain. Remedy for. When you hear it, you instantly think solution. That's the leap from intermediate to advanced.
It really is. And to leave you with a final thought, to really test your mastery, consider this. Of the 3 words obstacle, remedy, or surge, which one is the most difficult to use correctly in the passive voice? And thinking about why that transformation is tricky, well, that's really the final step to owning these phrases completely.
A great challenge. That's about integrating vocabulary with deep grammar. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.